If you would like to check out this video uncensored, then please check out my Patreon. All links are in the description. Hey guys, it's your girl! And I'm in a whole new setting, what? Another one. So in case you guys didn't know, I actually moved. This is going to be my office. I'm still figuring out how to decorate it, but you know, it's gonna look really fucking badass. You can't really see everything. It's kind of blurred in the background right here, but there's a fucking bookcase. There's gonna be other shit. I'm debating getting a stripper pole just back there, just having a stripper fucking strip non-stop 24/7. It'll be blurred. It'll be YouTube friendly. Go ahead, Mudan, I'll pay you more. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. I have a whole new equipment, whole new shit. And I was thinking, hey, I have a number of things that I am actually incredibly proud and happy to talk about. And one of those things happens to be hentai figures. If you've been paying attention to this channel for a while, you know that hentai figures have been a part of it for quite a long time. And I am not going to lie to you when I say this, I fucking love hentai figures. And I know it sounds like a put on, like I'm just saying this because, you know, it's part of my image, it's part of my brand. But no, genuinely, I fucking love hentai figures. Every time I get to go to a figure shop in Japan, I immediately go there and I just look and see what there is because there's a number of reasons. One being that hentai figures, I notice, are some of the most, or no, they are the most beautiful anime figure type. There is a way more detail in them. There's just a disgusting amount of just sheer beauty in them. And of course, there are normal anime figures that are very beautiful, but I not nearly as much that really kind of like hit a spark in me where every time I look at them, it feels like, you know, like people go to the art museum to look at art and feel this way. I just go to a fucking hentai shop. I know that sounds like a put on. I know it does. I swear to God, I genuinely am putting my life on the line. I really do feel that way. So to carry on to that point, I tend to collect them if I can. I am a little bit proud of my collection. But before we begin, I'd like to give thanks to today's sponsor, Bokksu. Bokksu is a monthly Japanese snack box with snacks all around Japan created by a bunch of Japanese artisans, as well as a variety of different snack companies. And these aren't normal snacks or treats that you can get just anywhere, no. Bokksu partners with a bunch of traditional as well as more unique factories that don't have snacks that you can get just anywhere online. All of the snacks are more privately made and also are paired with a tea, which is one of my most favorite aspects of this box. This month's theme is Prefecture Passion, so a bunch of specialties from all different prefectures. And Bokksu is extremely excited to announce that they're going to be giving away 5 free tickets to Japan. They'll be reimbursing up to 5 plane tickets for all new as well as current subscribers up until December 31st. This giveaway is only available to the people who live in the US. So if you're thinking about gifting Bokksu to anybody before the end of the year, you're not only giving them a wonderful experience such as Bokksu, but also potentially the chance to win a ticket to Japan for free. If you are interested, please check out the Bokksu link in the description. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Thank you again to Bokksu, and let's get back to the video. There are a lot of hentai figures in this world. Some which are disgustingly beautiful, but also carry a price tag that is not so beautiful. And also, not to mention, even if it does have a price tag, they don't really produce a lot of the same type of figure, I came to figure out. So some of the most beautiful hentai figures are very rare. And when they're even rarer, obviously the price goes up. So when I can, I scrounge like maybe used figure stores or just more of like niche shops to try and find maybe some of these figures and just collect them. Most of the time, I don't really like to take them out of the box, and I just kind of like stare at the box and think, oh my God. Fuck, oh my God. Sometimes I just like to put the boxes or even the figures that I have open, just circling around in a room and just stare at them. And it feels like, it feels like I'm literally in a waterfall of just sheer brilliance. I just can't stop the goosebumps. Like everywhere I look, fucking beautiful. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up. What I'm trying to get at is, I think, you know what? I have these figures. And you know what? I want to fucking look at the figures themselves. I spent the money. I did the time. I think I earned a little reward. So I'm going to be opening up some of the most expensive and rarest figures I've collected, but are so fucking beautiful. I'm going to be starting first from the cheapest to the most expensive. A lot of these figures I've actually gotten recently, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's been close to $1,500. I'm sorry, Patreon. This is where your money goes. Do not act surprised. This is a degenerate channel. Are you expecting me not to use the money on degenerate things? Who are you looking at? Most of these are boxes that were pre-owned but never opened, and they were still pretty fucking expensive. You'll get the gist. So instead of yapping on, let's fucking go. So I'm going to first start out with the cheapest figure. And it's actually one of my most favorites. See, this is literally the front of the box. There's no name, there's no nothing. So when I first saw this, I was extremely confused. It was $100 exactly. This is a pre-owned box. It's never been opened. And it's kind of weird to me that it's never been opened considering you can't even see what type of figure it is. When I looked online and I looked up the name, and when I saw, Jesus, dude, I had to get this one. Open it. I'm ready, daddy. Oh wait, this sounds gross. Okay, so it's in plastic right now, so you can't really even fully see it, but this is supposed to resemble a elevator. So the price of this is actually usually $250, but if it's ever been owned by somebody else, of course the price has to go down, even if it wasn't opened or even touched. That's one thing I do love about Japan, but probably sucks for the seller. All right. Oh! It's so weird seeing this in person, considering I've been looking at this online. And she even put her shoe on? Cinderella, put your, oh no. You have pretty big feet, girl. You know what they say about big feet. Ta-da! Focus, okay. So she is meant to be a sort of worker that is in an elevator, you know, the ones that open it and say, oh, what floor do you want to go on? And so it comes in an elevator-like box, and you know, she's on it, you know, and just kind of what I've always loved about this is just kind of the story behind it. She obviously, first of all, is in an elevator and is in a, but I also love the tiny details that it has to her. Her vagina is extremely, can I show the vagina? Can I take your panties off, ma'am? I love the small details of her stockings being ripped. I also really love the expression of her bashful expression, which is just, it's quite, you know, it's nice. It could be more, of course, detailed in her expression, but it's not bad. I also really love that her hands are tied with a tie. And it's just there's so many just sexual kinks that kind of go with this one. She also has a garter belt, which is pretty sexy, and the vagina, oh my god. You can see the labia from here. You can see that shit from the moon. Now that's a labia. And you know, as someone, actually I have a very giant fear of elevators. It's actually my biggest fear I don't feel comfortable in elevators. But this bitch, if she was in it, I'd feel toot sweet about it. I like her little hat m'lady. Oh, she has her mouth open like a I also like that it comes with a little vibrator as well that you can put near her. I don't think you can put it inside though. Actually, let me check. You cannot put it inside. Now the next one. This one I honestly got it for a meme initially just because it's such a weird fucking name to sell a figure with. And it is called Gamer Girl. This is it, neckbeards. You're not gonna do much better than this. And this one is by the Native Creators Collection. Now, initially when I saw this, I honestly thought it was the funniest fucking shit. But it's also another one where you don't know what the figure looks like until I looked into it and looked deeper into it. And I saw it's a very good looking figure. It isn't the most beautiful figure out of everyone here, but I do enjoy it. This was $110, by the way. Holy shit, what is this plastic that they keep wrapping all these figures in? Gamer girls! My bestie! She's not like other girls, okay? She plays games. Come on, this is, shit! Oh, I fucking ripped it a bit. Ah, shit. When I opened it, you can smell it smells like a guy's room, but definitely a guy I don't want to be alone in a room with. And I say that I'm judgmental, I'm not fucking surrounded by a bunch of concerning shit. So this is her. I just took her out right now, and it is very much more detailed than the online pictures lead you to believe. I love the kind of texture of her stomach, as well as the tights kind of slowly coming off, rather than just kind of being off or being simple. And just the texture of her nipples as well are really pointy, and just it's actually the material is quite pleasurable to touch. She's wearing really nice underwear, but of course we're gonna take that shit off. She also has a fucking nerdy ass 1990s fucking watch. What? Who wears that? But she's a gamer girl, so we gotta give her the proper gamer setup. It's kind of showing the age of the figure a little bit when the gaming system that you can have in her hand is either between the choice of a PSP or a Nintendo DS. I have very fun memories on both consoles, but I'm gonna go with the PSP because it just brings back the best memories. Played Persona 3 on that shit. The setup isn't really like a gamer setup, even though she is a gamer girl. It kind of just shows her sitting on a wardrobe and you can put shit on her. The details, so much storage in this figure. But truthfully, honestly, the way her hair is like textured as well as just the amount of like detail, especially on the blouse that's just coming off of her, like even though it's such a small piece, is clearly, you know, not the most stellar looking, definitely, but I think I really, you know, I can definitely appreciate the amount of effort it probably took into making it. But also when I'm looking at it and I see this like shitty ass watch, it definitely, it kills the mood a bit. It kills it. I do love it. Also comes with a little baby sucker. So you know, like she's a sexy girl, like letting it hang out of her mouth. All right, on to the next one. Now this is one I've been the most excited, or one of the most excited about. And it is by one of my favorite hentai figure companies, and that is SkyTube. And that is the figure of a girl drinking sake. This one actually shows you the figure on the back. How lucky is that? From what I could tell, figures that I've collected, I've seen this displayed in a lot of places of just more of like, okay, this is rare. Like, just look at this, but you probably can't buy it. But just look at what I have. And I came across this completely on accident, and so when I saw it, I fucking had to get it. Oh geez, right when I unboxed it, it just goes to show, like you can't see it, but her vagina is just out to play today. What? First of all, I really love figures of girls drinking in general, just because, you know, just like the looks of it. So when I saw this one, and I first of all saw like the expression and her pouring sake down her boobs, bae, this was made for me, bae. Holy shit! Well, that is gonna be content. So she's just having a little sit down, just pouring a little sake down her boobs, little mole. But obviously you can take off her little insurance. You gotta take her head off, take her hand off too. Okay, so I was lying. I don't think you can actually take her dress off. I can't find the tit part anywhere. At least with the dress, you can like unmask the boob. She's got some breastfeeding to do for us. They also were so generous to give us like, you know, for her to eat, not for her massive gaping cooch, eggplant and some cucumbers. Jesus Christ. She is just out to play today. No fucking kid. And it's textured. That's the kind of shit that's like, she's textured in there. And it's like, okay, I can see her cervix. And it's not coming through. I'm like, oh, kinda. And then you just kinda, oh. It's got a new home. And just, there's so much about this that I genuinely can appreciate. I just love the sake kind of dribbling down a bit on her breast. I just love, like, you know, the kind of face she makes. You can also change her expressions on them, but I personally really, really love this one the most. This is the first time I've seen a figure with something gaping like that and just like that much detail as well. I really love the detail of the flower as well as like the ornament. For a hentai figure, you didn't think they'd put so much effort into it, but they did, and I really, really love it. So imagine you're suddenly drinking sake with this hot girl and she opens her legs and bam! A canyon. On to the next one. So this one just kind of caught my eye because it was being advertised and it just says Christmas bunny and it kind of looks like a package. Unless you knew what you were looking at, you would have no fucking idea. And I thought, hey, you know, it's almost near the time, so why not? Well, I'm excited to see this one because I've only looked at pictures online of it and I've always cherished and looked at the box and been like, one day. And that's today. And I'm so fucking excited. This one was about $190. Oh my god! It's just as beautiful as I thought it would be. Ah! Truly getting me in the fucking Christmas spirit. I'm gonna stop. Oh my god, I love it so fucking much. I never even noticed the fucking, look at her ass cheek with the heart! And then like just, oh my god, and the fucking like, you know, it's just, there's so, where the fucking, I love the sort of corset garter belt. I love the breasts just kind of popping out. And then I also really love how well they did her expression on her face. I am blown fucking away. This is really, she has a nice little camel toe. That's a goddamn camel toe. She has fat spilling out of the stockings a little bit as well. And oh my god, baby. Baby! Also, the platform she stands on is just like fur, like snow. And it's, oh god, it's so, this is the Christmas special we all fucking need. Okay, so you can either have her underwear off, or you can just show off her nipples. Let me see your nipples. Oh, they're kind of brown. That's unique for a figure. Usually in anime, they're like, ooh, bright pink nipples. It's hard to take off her top of it, and I kind of don't want to. For the first time, I don't want a figure that just shows off your nipples. I really just love her bikini on. So fucking pretty. Holy shit. I love this I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so this is also 180. I guess I must have misremembered. I thought it was way more than that. Also, I'm really excited to open 𝓗𝓷𝓽𝓪𝓲. Now, there's not much you can see as well with the figure. It is just kind of her licking her lips in the back seductively. And what popped out to me about this, I mean, you'll see in a minute, is like she's just coming out of a fucking box. It's Christmas. It's a non-stop Christmas hentai figure theme. Now, when I saw this figure, it really enthralled me because it did, you know, a lot of the figures so far that I've opened seem like there's so many parts to them. And in reality, figures like that, although they're nice because they have variety, they're kind of a pain in the ass because they kind of tend to fall apart, like, or it's not, they aren't as stable as much as, say, ones that don't have a lot of variety. This caught my eye because I love when they put so much small detail, especially in the hands, like painted fingernails, and just also the expression. When it's a sexy expression as well, and just like, you know, and everything about them just radiates fucking, like, lewdness. Oh my god. How many times did I fucking said detail? The amount of detail on it. So, bit pissed off because I recorded most of this video from that point on, and I just realized that the camera stopped working. I'm so happy I didn't open up the last one before I noticed that this was stopped recording, but I can still keep going on gushing about this. And for this figure is just this. It's beautiful, honestly. One of the first things I noticed is how shiny her tits are. And it looks so good. And not only are her tits just glistening city, but the vulva is blinding, bitch! And that butthole, it is seeing things. You can't see the details of the vagina really well, but it's there, it's beautiful. And she's meant to be a present. I love the details, I love like everything about this one. It has a stand as well that you can put under it so she just stands there. I want you guys to appreciate this fucking bitch. She has fucking drills in her hair. Who doesn't want that? I love it, I love it. No, maybe not. I love the expression, I love the fingernails. I think I just have a particular fondness for like koi looking anime sexy figures because I don't know, I just think the aesthetic works the best. And I love the details like to her sleeves and her like the details on her jacket. It really adds to the realism of whatever girl could ever potentially want you. It's perfect. And on to the last one. This is one figure that I saw, and right when I first saw it, I actually tried making Garnt get it because it's expensive. But I saw it and my heart skipped a beat just from like, when I looked online, it is genuinely beautiful. And that can be none other than a figure called 𝓗𝓮𝓷𝓽𝓪𝓲. Now, this is also by Native. Native usually tends to make a lot of very detailed and sexy figures. They're one of my most favorite. They're actually one I think I buy the most figures from. Hentai figure company. But this figure actually cost me about $390. It was closest to $400. Now, the thing that caught my eye when I first saw this was this is the only picture it had attached to it, really. Why is it like censoring, like it's not even censoring the tits? And I really love artwork like that, especially. So when I looked up the figure, I loved the way it looked. I'm pretty sure this one was a pretty hard find. I mean, the cost alone. It's so fucking beautiful already. Come, madam, please, please. So I think her aesthetic is meant to be more of a dominatrix. She comes with this sort of seat and a butt plug tail. And she comes with like a bunch of whips and other like small things. But right now, all I want to do is admire her for everything that she is right now. And that is this. This is what God looks like in hentai figure form, probably. Not. Just the expression can add, it's completely, it's all of the sexiness to me of what would be like the sexiest part of a figure. You know, I really love just kind of like the sort of koi looks, especially, you know, yeah, the licking and stuff like that. The sort of fake face she makes as well. She comes with like a butt plug tail, but I don't think it's for her. I think, you know, she just holds it. You just hold your butt plug tail. She just kind of sits in her chair and it's just like, yeah.
You wanna fucking die?
Or like, no, she goes like this. Her breasts, honestly, her breasts aren't like very small. Like, it's not the fact that it's small, but there's no nipples really. And the vagina is actually also really not like that great. Honestly, in that way, I'm kind of a letdown, but I think this is more expensive because obviously it has a way more niche sort of like sex toys, like, you know, butt plugs. It has like a lot of whips and shit like that. It has like chains and stuff like that she'd hold. And obviously she's a cat. Girl, maid, sadistic woman, bitch. I love it. I adore it. The way the face alone, just like, there's so much, just I don't think this is actually, you know, you want to have sex with her. I think this is more of obviously, you know, just meant to be more of a, if you're a masochist, sort of like an additional fantasy to add to. It's a beautiful baby, and I will love it eternally. I don't know where you've been. Holy shit, guys. Okay, I just realized after I looked into the box a bit more, I think the reason why it's actually so expensive is because I think with this figure, you get a hentai that I think you might, I mean, I've never seen this before. You might only be able to watch or get if you buy the figure. I mean, it's a pretty, it's never before seen hentai, maybe. But either way, guys, I am very happy to have been able to share that all with you. I got to experience some pure joy today. And you know, I'm still on the hunt for a lot of ones, but I'm glad I have these. Please look forward to seeing some of these in the background. Obviously, I'm not gonna be censoring my whole background the entire time, so if they're gonna be in the background, they're probably gonna have clothes on or censored. But yeah, either way, I'm excited for you guys to see my new office. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, if you want to see this video uncensored, then please check out my Patreon, which is in the description. Thank you guys again, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are thinking about supporting this channel as well, please check out my Patreon, that's in the description again. If you'd like to see more videos of this, more of like sort of like hentai catches that I get that are rare, that I personally like to collect, please let me know, because it's actually, you know, I love it. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys real soon. Until then, adios. Bye-bye!